Maneva na sema PENDREAM TV. PENDREAM TV de osia dem yopo.
Ashrefonia TV for me mobibia akwaba eba PENDREAM TV. Ivanche innocent. Ene Alaska di don din sembia tudwa. Na me pesa beje bre na waka me hona yati omonsem no enchirimu. So one subscriber ya, na tell us be me subscribe button no. No click the notification icon so. Jawab jenchire e wo comment section ho. Like na share jumadi no ma afoforo ensa enkami. Kame hona enti ensema. Ivanche innocent ene Alaska di don e dia tudwa.
Ivan akwaba.
Alaska mejo so.
Na boko there.
Na me adom.
Ghana te say.
Say you na egum.
O man no kwase aba Ivan.
Mine na yegum no. You're just watching how things will play out.
Okay.
And I'm like I said, post elections, people have expectations.
Right.
And I'm for how and Nehemiah will play out. And a whole lot of activity. So we're just watching how things will play out. People have hopes though, because and I'm like, whenever there is a change of government like this, expectations are quite high. You understand? People are looking forward to some of the measures that are just to turn the business environment around. So in Yandru baby, just few days within. So we're just working at the policy. The last time I know about the budget. With the implementation of the budget, and I think most of the major concerns in Ghana for one, the budget was able to at least address many of the issues. And from here going, Alaska, I just hope things will continue to play out where a bit me solve the problems at Ghana. Because problem, the challenges there, trust me, will be ankasa as a mind. Because over the years, we've been pretending we are building a country, but instead we've been building individuals. We've been building criminals. The political system has been nurturing and building criminals. I think the soul and the core purpose of establishing this whole government now, the focus on the same I take care of the needy, I take care of the social, political, and the economic needs of the people. Not nipa adi. My catch the whole essence of governance is to ensure say nipa bedi. So at any point in time, if you sit down and you do all the variations, you do all the analysis, and you realize the particular government and serve that interest, you should know what you have instituted and your government.
Crime scene, Ponzi scheme. Ivan Chenos and out in Ghana. Ivan, and yes, a dual match on Adwoa Safo, which I know say you will not speak about it. But Adwoa Safo say, Osha school feeding. Yeah, Nana do song called audit. Or the audit in the to jar, can people would get less than 38%. I feel so no, ever jo yenti ne kakrati we mami.
Ni ane ya sha me se me mokro no me ya mfa kro no antete me. Me ntimi nso nkobọ kro no ngu me papa apostle Dr. Adwoa Safo. Eni me Christ Safofo enim tia anase ngu o manimu ase. Ntime ma anye. Nti wa anye dia o mmoa me mokro no dia. Eni kwan ye befa so awoso ye begu anim ase ne yi wa free mu no. Na MPP ni obi na de me ba mu. Me papa na so me sade me ko president Kufo office se me be yi wa ye procurement law. Me de na brew. Tianyamo and I'm obeying my film. School feeding president Kufo di adwin papa na di be a school feeding no. Afi na akọ dani place a obi a person e ho no odidie. Ntimu Ghana fon kola nkiti ye ko public school yi. Hwe kola yi school tata de e so mo. Kurasifo e obi kura nhwe mpaboa. Hwe duane a ye no amomo. Na okache ni se kitwa na ye de man no so no. Me ko jigu sika no na me ni na abofra no. Cheso beri na be ye na ye no mo na anwan pondim. Fra ye nka ho na mo na so. Na nutritional value ben obenya wa aduane
92.3. Ivan, also one or recruit ni from a e-levy. 2, school feeding also a chrono. Nanado catches on call audit no the buy no. Also backlash and another so one sumano. No uncle the report in the bar to jar. Again people get less than almost 38%. Na and I'm no suit no fee Ghana. Because I got no my muha or becan the ancestors oka. Yanko.
Alaska, my mencha na mencha what's here for. Adwoa Safo, very often I don't dwell on my analysis on individuals.
That is anything I'm going
yes, but I think I have my team watch excerpts of some of the videos I trendy on social media.
Good.
She's a very beautiful woman. Good. And then, according to we was there, so you about the green as a for Benyabi at the actually. Alaska said beneath all that she's doing in the political arena, no, there is one thing that is very alarming: lack of maturity.
92.3. Lack of on her part.
Yes.
Okay.
She's not, even though Wanyini, but she doesn't appear to me like a very mature mind.
To you?
Oh yes.
Okay.
On your mature mind, as in any serious country, you consider for political appointment in.
Oh really?
Oh yes. Because I would see seminar or kana this on seriousness I was show no she thinks a privilege will be okay tape na wild boy na major so analysis na mayor was in the papa na son and sad call president for her catchers and me ba we wire procurement in Tifano. That's how many people know papa with me so I don't matter president. So you see when that green ticket is given to you, I know the day you were not poached because say Mary what demonstrated something somewhere and will be a
like you merit it.
Now because of connection the influential way you free banting will be so on side corporate. Nanka obi timi so obi sa obi e so obi answer na co president say me ba ni na fanisi ba bia so last kan kan nyina nka obi ante ha o. Enti afena mati ase why oye nneema bi a oye.
Okay.
Afena mati ase because Alaska it got to a time where there was tension in this country. This woman sought permission and as a sought permission from Parliament according to whether or Siki and as one Siki menunim Kotana US and Bayare and Osheno for several months. No macro must say MPP a party womb sorry so two free her because we breachy whole lot of constitutional way. At the time speaker and then as if rose to the occasion and defended her. Life, you know, anything can happen. Or by area, yes, as a mother, you should be there for your child and as a phone. But Alaska, amidst of those speculations, in Ghana for Bisa question, you saw that woman on TikTok dancing. Nema Oyana is so nasty, so humiliating, and so disgusting to the stand. Say, this is a member of Parliament at the time. Even party a woman no crown and numbers in a tie neck in Parliament. As a person nipa as sympathizing with you, you look at the conditions prevailing back home. Now they are your name, and now say in not appealing to minds, you don't show that particular part on social media as if we incrophobia. That is what I'm telling you about the lack of maturity on her part. And then you know, Basinko, Edidim, and Omoko to a bar, or the Lucy or the Bay, Alaska, and now about one thing, or your new Zacchaeus in town. Or children say much man for the question they say or children den.
Okay.
Alaska issues now can be found 111. One has to do with this e-levy vote or say a no. Alaska, we had a situation in this country yeah koto sa vote there were rumors out there say an external person it's me ko rule Parliament e kwatena konwa so de ade kata na ni koto aba Emma Manfo Kasa Adwoa Safo. Samrena na sansem no koso. This lady could not come out and say anything.
That's right.
At the time that particular confession was needed. Okuja to ba bontin because time will come they will bring the person out in as for. But see there obi enye hu ni bakro. Parliament up to now ain't any update about that particular thing.
Exactly.
We live in a country where people in Parliament admonish is a Ghana for respect because this is the August House, Alaska. If that particular house can breed criminals, if the Parliament, but the lady say somebody sat in and voted for her, so that act is a criminality.
Good.
Then it means a Parliament it's not criminality.
Exactly.
And the same house will ask me, no, say, August House, honorable acts, you respect you. So, and some are just a for a king. Senka Ghana is serious country. I think a free radio station, one and police for Pekino.
Good.
The very moment I see ya and I think police for fun. Nothing, Obwa for investigations. na ye hwan na samre no because Alaska wonye parliamentarian now to parliament about it's a very serious constitutional crime against the republic and parliament must take vested interest said ye obi ko gina social media kasatia parliamenta yetimi twena bo so enche ye hu Oliver de na enabeto dwa se sa obi a onye parliamentarian obi a yento aba ma no timi ko wura parliament ko to aba e ma na count officially a parliament is quiet.
Was number 3.
He's quiet. Nobody has issued any statement. Police for why obia nyanka regarding this matter. So it means that those criminal activities, have been going on within the Parliament House. Maybe as some American, maybe na obi insist the American say the gravity of the situation. Yeah, can say because when I scan through the media and I meet discussions, a man for seeking to praise Adwoa Safo moments so about all can seven all can for political expediency you might be happy and seven all can here because said the other side but Alaska it goes beyond just that.
No, indictment on her
on integrity there quite is 0 on her but some culture say she's not a mature mind so that one you can pardon her now obi on your mature there how do you expect her to integrity from her because they all can not really say or say obi or go be any man say but the political career now I end no because after somewhere okay I'm not sure say she will ever be considered for any appointment anywhere in this history unless it be a party currently serious and as a the all year as in the nijin ho and run meet you no joy ascent be all can we free no this girl is funny Alaska ascent in the free no one or the number be no just say it's so funny. Alaska, this is Obia said Nitimi and the dad said Nemana Ekosono. She doesn't even attach any seriousness to what is happening. And to me, that's my concern. So as I'm now can a Yadrian will water parliament to sue and almost they need to prove to us indeed that day no. Because the speculations were out there among for Kanye say lady now to no and just no about one kind of crash and no.
That's right.
And who on that day went to parliament to cast the vote? These are things Ghanaians should be interested. And parliament should not expect me to ask them. Immediately as no air go social because it is the integrity of the house. And I let the nice expose you. And she's not lying. It is true. And again,
something which you and I
you can't want them on this particular platform. And again, Alaska, another thing. Your friend is saying school feeding in as a form. And some now all canon, twofold. One, the blame a bit me blame say. I didn't see nothing I will become one. But as some now all canon so fed and a detail in some in the past how corruption is so endemic and so pervasive in the Akufo-Addo government. And I can't want them. Because asemna na okano I say president man kwanso nkoye investigation na investigation no babo ntia or the common president don wan kasa kra yire maaye e ma no the day no within the MPP they hated her and that acrimony na that particular thing e generate within the party no and then enam so ma ye sponsor ma ke kwe man be tu no.
That's right.
And I'm so I what get it out of parliament. So ne anger no estem from that particular place. And then what get emotional all can't answer way. Or ye nipa I can't begrudge her. Say obetche na job I can't answer way. But that's can some now all can also further no expose how and corruption is so entrenched and why Akufo-Addo was hell bent defending people he deemed loyal to him. Because school feed, I say woman never catch it and say at some point. Among cover ghost names in Shishim, a central region or there, or some would ghost names Shema, or major Sikamebre.
I saw catchers and what
yes, and for her, I know very well say she would not assent to those things. And Alaska, the question is Sanemana air Kosununino, why now? Integrity is key. Unless you think that you are speaking to gullible minds, now that the storm, everything is over, the government is out of power. No, there are people who when Tiba can say, "I'm not taking you serious," but there are some of us who will see you as a joke because where it needed most to know, one can't want them. Mete say or say journalists no be say why now? I say na yenjina nkran ni mu ntete nkran ne Alaska.
But don't you think, sir, as an actor, you need to side with her? Because assuming, sir, now I work with Ahuto FM.
Okay.
It should be about her.
Yes, sir.
I'm still with Ahuto FM.
Yes.
My signing a year oath of secrecy.
Okay.
So as at this time, Mr. Susu said,
I meant to also Alaska.
Okay.
So we study law of contractor. Yeah, there your Friday be fraud.
That's right.
Whenever entire contract is packaged and premised on fraud, once fraud is identified, it vitiates the entire contract.
Exactly.
What I'm saying is, wherever criminality beckons, such things doesn't come in. For instance, when a hotel for sign confidentiality letter, whatever, then what beyond media, no, sana mo tongue cocaine we was here. Uru says it's a criminal matter.
Okay.
You need to report to the police.
But I want to protect the reputation.
No. It means you are a criminal and you are condoning criminality.
I side with you.
Because these are contentious criminal issues. I can't have them. In some of just work and you could see the emotions. Or say, Adriana or Munuaman Crano, would you obey your kwashoko?
Yeah.
You know, crowded or Munya kwashoko, crowded or Muya because of those bad food. And crowded or future say. And so you keeping quiet over this,
and
you know.
kept quiet over it as at that time.
People have suffered. Do you know in silence? Do you know the number of people who died as a result of that?
So it means if you had won your seats, you would have kept quiet.
Exactly.
Look.
So the principle is not there. That is what I'm saying. Say in governance, in leadership, in politics, yes. Loyalties to institution, loyalties to political parties, in as if you know Alaska, they are there, but there are limits. Whenever a remedy to arena of criminality, not that criminality, no, our consequential impact on a number of people are for the sake of greater good, you don't shut up. So we now sans we now about Bekasa. And America there are those on the political arena who will cheer you, but the harm has already been done, and no serious mind will take you serious. Because I answer no kind a babontin the now let's go with a from Pom Watting, Quanya address a far see. From Pom Watting for the same coin, so already a president crown a man of coin, sir. Quanaquaya Galam say
A report
investigation of Abra. Okoya the buyer, President Tanaso for almost bare way. Alaska. In some course, why a man, no, Yanuba, so he was in the media granting interview telling people what has happened.
Good.
I can who be my some discussions across within. All this stop galamse, we are there course no was triggered mostly as a result of that particular from Pom Watting exposure na a course no. Martina Midu. Similar thing happened. Your friend's a special prosecutor. Wahunin sem, you see a man you say a band seven my wing back and forth. He left the post. So Alaska, the Ubenya dine the position of where I walk and this Adwoa Safo when the seat in call Parliament. Do you think she'll be out there going on this emotional tantrum away? I think you see, sometimes we get emotional over some of these things. We just have to be tough and address some of these issues. And to me, the honor I see some kind of a comic relief on social media.
Oh, really?
Oh, when I'm for granting a platform because me, I don't see her as a serious person. As a matured mind that anybody should take serious. And some now all kind of fine a detail. Why not corruption? Is so endemic. Now that's can some all can say reports. I have a more typical example with Professor from Pom Watting case. What happened? And cases of abine, concealing crimes and the Akufo-Addo was quite widespread. And the Kahona abine na we now the Benya the Munyano in the elections. When a Ghana for are aware. And Alaska, men country Ghana for so you see. So what did to me send the pansa? We need to look out for critical minds. Individuals are more the intellectual.
And so that comes to say you have to me shall quasi answer.
And Alaska be to me shall quasi answer. And I say why you know what to us whenever you arm a food power, I want kasa why you know what to us because no nativities bet me anytime. So we should be very mindful. Come who had the platform here say elections have consequences. Yeah. Yes, it has. Alaska, because the other two about man and nano, on the determine future or China.
That's right.
And if we end up voting for unserious minds, at the time I will hear more, you need government to come to your aid, you know. These are some of the and now say when your markings original parliament or say for confidentiality case issue, you know, they need hospital, they need a new chamber.
Yeah.
This is a guy in Cambodia no free buy on free China and buy. He's in Ghana the last 8 years or has a when who's a parliament in here new chamber. When who's a parliament in here new hospital. But now he's telling the whole world say the premium the most crucial priority Ghana should consider and say omukwa abontin kwaje care confidentiality who he ntino yensi hospital mom na fe hospital parliament no motekwa na yemunguni ensansi for mom.
And you was the same person who cast call a retreat our voter region or see because of mining nisikanti as yenya parliament house.
Alaska. So I'm make way na machira Ghana for double standard. How because we've cheapened the political landscape, you know, I'm making a lot of your friends say weak minds the opportunity to climb to the political ladder and they are up there. Oh yes. Minds. A lot of weak minds are clambered to the political ladder and what is no sheko to do huna. Why is so a serious person, but he's a joker in a suit.
92.3.
So we have put a lot of jokers in high positions. So where it matters the most, said they will come to our aid, you know. These are some of the comic relief, and unfortunately, we have some people in the media who also give oxygen of publicity to some of these trivialities.
Exactly.
Because I just have for Sanka, men not to and can make an interview, I may just an interview and then cover sorry. Oh, yes.
When you be say a media guy, and say, we MPP. So, Adia we. Don't you think it's expose our government because at the end of the day, nipa no better when ususu say ni awu ye na kasa no it's like at the abanu kwa at the party no kwa kwa say Alaska me ye we no if you listen to the backlash and I say why
because Alaska if you are a sensible journalist
no
questions na will be sending nyina wo nipa na what we dem no
exactly
and I think that your line of questioning will truncate this whole thing. But you see, I think that you prioritize it, sensationalism.
Journalism na crowd to one.
Alaska.
I just have also bad no kita V8.
I think that you prioritize it, sensationalism over fact and the actual your friends say news now publicly here to make informed political choices. Right. And it's the reason why some of these things and it's so easy to trend because people look at the political aspect. How to harness that political expediency, the political capital out of what has happened. I go for no, maybe what you good anymore say you. We don't know. He's an embarrassment, embodiment of embarrassment.
Oh, no, you ngwasia dada.
I can say be obi a wakọ toilet so na toilet ne nan ba ko bu na wafura tom. Na yayi na ba besi wo say munkrokura nwe so otofo ma ne hu be fi. Nipa no fi ajanan mu na yayi na gina ho. Ne hu be fi be biem. Takufa no ye gure ni ma se enye because I don't know he's an embarrassment. Oyanimbwase dada. So you can't embarrass him. Enti nsam no wo kan man nya wadwen say wo kan gu na ni ma se. No no na mfa no ho. At this point what trap here to.
Ozi situation no oguo.
No oguo na say hwe kura mfa no. Alaska. So I think say you see Niama ekosu ni nyina no me I just want the public.
Okay.
I am projecting your mind to happenings.
Who are 4 minutes to wrap up?
You capture what is happening in the political arena. Now you who say over the years, you know, we've been dealing with a lot of comic characters.
Okay.
Because of you monetizing the entire politics. And some now can you do baby or say or ne papa sorry makura can who be and I see to no more way na MPP for cassette na papa until this time no I sorry man on be register or honor. Just and some now can you criminal issues. And some now can you basing people from their constituency to come and register because papa sorrow and some now can you criminal issues.
Now Michael Kwe Jr. one visit to walk da. Now NDC ni ba ho be thrice cry. No, like we need to analyze.
No, people don't analyze this whole thing. It's just you too gum wa oh ni buofu yeah can some and rami who the flyer be say or call radio station be na or comment and say oh say more oh no na egu na say exposing no because me at this time I don't take you serious because at the time I know more den when some of us were out there speaking the truth yeah come win some no sen can same way babonti maybe I bet me have conversation no just to keep credence to a lot of the things that we say.
Don't you think sir I can fall back Katebu say PENDREAM manti Ebiana as at that time no she deem it necessary say none the right time for her.
No. Yeah, the politics na you and yeah sorry na okay be and I make us you see some of within the social context abusia fia samasi family abusiansi a church then as for they are different thing altogether. But Alaska, we are talking about public enterprise.
Okay.
Every single time is essential because you see there are millions of people on future on the line and even the future of those yet to come. Government policies do you know far-reaching impact and the consequences it has. Abusia betimi akotana say oh asem way you can hire but Alaska governance is a very serious issue, especially when criminal things are going on. Issue I can say policy considerations and other issues are many issue because you have to gauge when to speak and when not to. But in some of kind of criminal issues within the time and I people are even saying the same thing.
So do you advise a boy should take her on?
Oh, I think that in some now wakano obetimi assist police
in the investigation.
Yeah, in the investigation.
You know so the the open
because in some now can no your friends say factor who scoop you through obenya evidence had enough to take it on because in some now kasa mami oba say omon commit crime within your friends say school feeding wase kasa ko central region where Jubo budi no hono no.
So it's even advising your what by say or central region.
Ma me no na entiase. But nipa no mo ye school feeding ni nyina during that time they are all alive. So it's just a matter of taking auditors. You go and audit the books. Another day, every single criminal activity where she's giving you a back trace, just go there, trace and find out.
Okay.
So they are all you know, oh good and see all right, but also another way, providing extra information that will help us because at the time I see you know. Nobody investigates. It's not as if the government didn't know.
Right.
I know him. What is going on? So I think some of these things, you know, we need to follow up. And there be a mechanism. Let us prioritize putting serious minds in leadership position. Because we're not careful. Now because of your monetizing political landscape, Alaska 1 3 year, my catcher. So one day, you better sorry. Bako Jubilee House na monkey neti ho.
Oh, Bako Jubilee House.
Na monkey neti ho. Because we are monetizing the entire political space.
Monkey was
It's just a matter of having money.
And the monkey a president.
If you have money, you can buy people. And you see the kind of what is going on in social media. It's about money, dollars, cash, and wherever you get the money from, people don't care. It's the reason why Ghana yete hunye. And one you're careful. Now you go through this particular line and you expect that things will change. Trust me, that change will never come.
Ma yanko na yani the graft.
Oscar.
Adwoa Safo say ono ni akromfo 90.
Emre ni du. Emre na so. Seja bone de oye disia. Na se ofo se udwane nyame a. Nyame na de ni be hwe na Emre no so a. Ono a bedan otu di aisa abo amoku ya. Onu so de no hu so na no tu nyina yeden. Egu abonti ebi na nesese yewu.
Wow.
Alaska. We chia me busianfo e woteshi nyina e sha san his family adodempo.
That's right.
Man chia me busianfo e wotin grand family e wo.
You be typical Gan wo.
Me Gan. Me ma me fitashi.
Okay.
I'm more of a Gan.
Okay.
Elefanti.
But what the MCU?
Nyame wo.
Oh, some them say wedi.
Minu say yami ayi. Well, liba be free.
But wedi.
Omo mo no sha si ni ni di o mi say.
Of course we are buyer no. I say, hey, Alaska, why you had the rent DMC? I say nyame. Aye Eunice Adaroma. E wa ukwa uyira ya che.
So Alaska maybe the last time about me fear say am come catch you say. Then another woman no. Say betna ase na say kasa won. Me no ekokoye say.
But the graft, let me put it on record. Why you juma?
Yes.
You have really worked.
Yes. Because I told you, as at the last time I came here, I told you that my concentration is going to be on my constituency.
And you have really worked.
Yeah, that is it. And over the years.
So you deserve the MC.
And that is what God wants, not me.
And you have gotten it.
And that is it. And that is what God wants. And through the people, it has manifested. And
Cross has started.
So we need to nyame so ono ye nyame nyina de ma o. Was nipa de and you hundi too much. Just a nyame ama wa kwenya no.
But the way no nyame ajiwedi.
Yeah, that is it. And that is how it's supposed to be.
Good.
In every step on your way, you have to trust God to lead your way. As a human being there, you do everything per the strength and nyame e dia sha wonsa. Yeah. For my nyame na dey which Share the nyame be.
Adwoa Safo.
Adwoa Safo die. Me no enye me one bebre. Because Alaska you do pempen so ahun. We are going to hear more.
Ahoto FM 92.3.
We are going to hear more of this. Now, what they are trying to cover, and Nunti almost set some people on social media to do jandam, no, it is not going to cover up. Because genuinely out of pain, individuals like Adwoa Safo will come out. But you see, with regards to their credibility on this particular issue and the timing of coming out, and why didn't they come out at the time they were supposed to come out? I'll not look at that aspect. The reason I'm not going to look at the aspect and say, I'm looking at the information that is being chained out there.
So we should look at the message, not the messenger.
Yes, because all the things over the period, Papa is Excellency John Dramani Mama. I can't want him. I think your mark in
92.3.
Ejina Parliament 3 months into the administration of His Excellency John Dramani Mama. And these people are trying to create the impression out there. So as if say, John Mama has been on the seat for more than 1 year or 2 years.
And Ryan is 70th day.
That is it. That is 2 months, 10 days.
That's right.
What they say, an impression they seem to create. I say, Papa, no, at Nasu say 1 year, what Nasu say 2 years. Not the last time they be say, Yedi be at to social media. And Crawford Akobas and Tele office, and so, and then they put it out there, and all these things are out there, trying to shift the focus of what actually the situation of Ghana was. As a Ghana when
you took office,
when we took office, and forgetting said the issues are not what are not resolved, because whatever budgetary allocations are, honorable to forcing per the budget, allocated to the various sectors, believe you me, it is yet to be realized.
That's right.
It is yet to be realized. But all this rot that has been committed in the system, these are rot that are hunting us up to today. If somebody ever say, fixing the electric system and answer ECG and fixing the system 3 months or last year, you understand, before elections, and deliberately for whatever reason, we decided so on you. Now on you. When the thing became necessary, also then he tended to look at the sitting president, not Otisono, and they were trying to blame him for 7 or 8 years that they have been in power that they have not been able to do it. No, about 3 months to elections, and their failure setting at their face. They were trying to look at His Excellency John Dramani, who is yet to take the seat. You understand? And so things of this nature. Why this issue of school feeding? Me, I'm because you look. The first time they had opportunity under the Fourth Republic, under His Excellency J.A. Kufuor, and I always take Ghanaians mind back.
So what has J.A. Kufuor done to you?
When he had opportunity to introduce school feeding, on one kasa, as one of the social intervention, under Onuni regime, onya external bodies, donor agencies. From outside, I think it was the Danish government that was sponsoring us at that time.
That's right.
What I say, I am almost free. What happened? And yet tomatoes in my got. And at the end of the Nkwalani so moody. Didn't we witness this? Less than 4 years or 5 years. Introduce school feeding program or Kroma say. Ghana for a young home for Swan. Less than 5 years. Under His Excellency George Kufuor, what did we experience? And then when we took over in 2009. Ada Papa nyame after when the baby called Professor John Fasatamas nyame for the currency. We run school feeding without any donor support. And at the end of the day, no, we expanded school feeding. And when we expanded school feeding, when His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, marvelous, look at what again he did in terms of the additions. And so, if you, after this period, you look at that person, you tell me a super incompetent person, and then you take over from him, and then 8 years within your reign, these are the revelations that is coming out. You see, it is not about Akufo-Addo, me. You see, we should look at this whole thing as the character of people we have in the MPP and what they are made up of. Because if yesterday it was Kufo, Sandra, Kufo, and Nasa Kufo, with a different set of ministers. Nasa Omre Eba Bechum, Nana under his essence and Danko Akufo-Addo, with another different set of ministers, and the same thing is repeating itself. What will happen some years to come? That should Ghanaians even dare some more Mekonya, some Mebo Maya, Yan Choteba Nibisi, or Ghana Memoir. And in short, the other person can say, oh, say you have I just have a revelation idea. It is unfortunate, but oh, a real, a new, a failure.
92.3.
So, obey your mampini. Na, obey man for Kunya. So, Omombra no Munumba be Juma. Now, while your mampini, I will see idea, so none Nipo Munu ye Jumano, Omodom sa etnit also a catch us a wono. Any progression, mother serpent of corruption. Because Boache Jaku is not the same thing about Jaku Sukai.
Very well.
So if not for anything at all, and then you won't Boache Jaku, you're not a friend of Professor Boating, and then address a food the idea. Abba.
Martin
Amidu. Procurement, I think something like Joe, whatever, and also what was he saying? It's not the same thing. At the end of the day, that is the first friends scandal. Accusing hands and chair a friend president in office. And you know, Sanyama Weno, Mino, what I'm picking out of it, the kind of picture I painted about the MPP as a political party. MPP, and maybe a Ombenya Quenya. Say Ghana for Eddie Ghana ebe show musim e kwan a omo de Ghana for fa so no eno and there was that dream because clearly all these exposes and revelations no clearly manifest say in crofo we anytime be ebe mama kwanya so mo mbra no mo be di enim no mo ye bibi man no enya ade a mo ba ebe be den ebe be dwen ho na say the Adwoa Safo king so ko ba ne say aganya say Adwoa Safo ne papa ensem ewobi ano no ntse ye de ama no ofie enu nti no se katase se ene proye onfa no nko follow because okoko ye nya ade de mfa so bia ebebre no ana ekoko ye obi fofura imagine what we would have experienced.
That's right.
Oda say na some o kan ye arre o si India ne ankola ni di ni crap e kwosoko ana ankola de be de ebenya nti abawa ya hwe han nti report yi ba be da wonimu no a wo say Adwoa Safo nsem na odebetu wonimu no and Adwoa Safo no no oye problem e wo no ano ho so a the content of the report na edebetu wonimu no. How did you take the content of the report into ya hwe han for 7.5 years amankola we di aduane a ensen fata amankola we enya kwosoko nti mbisa ho say wo busuafo anase se bi otafra che say wa wo mba direct ana say the aduane ye de mankola hwe the secondary school kola neka in recent other His Excellency John Dramani Mahama.
That's right.
Just 2.5 months 2 months 10 days no hwe dan kola no eka se omunim sanke aduane pa bi de ben e wo baby also mo ko school no kra bo enyo mo so mnya dey omo be fie.
Okay, enti
boy na adwin se mama e baba be twa fie SHS mu sa won twa mu hey aduane SSD e say di abna rice boy me boa e say di abna rice you need cook so review hey Cynthia is so much sausage why the SHS mu e do na na do diablo
Ahoto FM 92.3.
And we one aspect. Don't say binsun buy binsun e omo de girls.
I don't remember. I was saying na do diablo.
Yes. Oh. And when you know to we papa penimu a wo pe Ghana yie. Sa anya crap na nipa na ewo mu no. And I saw the report by na bi a one pe. and somewhere what report maybe that when and now we are holding. Ekoko wie echi no. With this thing amami e kan asem no. Eko wie echi na nipa eye adwuma kra de ma okra po na mo ye school feeding kra bro ntimi nchi omoka. Enfie ba ku na echi na ntimi nchi omoka. No mo nam radio so they say biba o say.
Oh, that's right.
They were here. And so the issue here is that me no there massive film and answer there how me arehone say be o man no enye me ne wo dia eye nyina den edia and say nyame ya adom na say ma wakonya bi se bebedi o man so na de o man e de hye won sa nipa na amma wakonya ne se brade bebeti na konwa ne so no Alaska say umma omuhia de enye wo dadwen.
That's right.
Na se na ye kono a enene ohwe akukudam esikafo akukudama anka omni omo na ekọ omo ankasa etna radio so ekase anase social media ekase so mo hwe amamuo na his excellency John Dramani Mahama na ebu ni dia MPP the next 4 years omo ye dey omo forget it
right.
Anansa anyasa anso si aka mra omenya ho kwan so obesa ba mu video na ye dey ebeche clearly Professor Sir Dr. Jackson the chartered accountant and economist.
That's right.
After Ato forcing, I can budget in the year. In some no can or say budget na to force a kind the any more expected sank be one any Bible quotations. But everything about what Ato forcing presented was excellent.
That is Dallas finance.
That is it.
That's right.
You understand? And these are personalities. Sometime in the past, no. At least they issue statements that go in favor
of the MPP.
Of the MPP. But you see, today, no, what they are faced with, no, look, it is about Ghana and it's about the destiny of Ghana. Ghana shebre and asem ne ekano. And it's asem no krene da ho no mo a. Untimi nhwe asem no krene pe wo profession nipa ban a wo ye. Na won koso enya niama ebegu wo konwa no fin. So all these people are not speaking the facts now.
So in conclusion,
me dear, honestly, I think what Adwoa Safo you know, it is better than say on kakrapo. I get what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
So one can and kebe boa. So one can and kebe boa. You know why? Because when the issue of Nipa Okwatina Parliament or you remember after she came and they asked her questions about it. What was her response?
She came to defend it.
She came to defend it.
That
is it. Internet ebufo ben na ahye wo ma nti awaba awaba be kan wansem akwakwa yo so obi a onu nya ho kwan on radio station bi be ye edwuma as a radio station no oso be bia radio station no dom no ono se ebusu ya na enye de enka eba bet na as a radio station be ye edwuma radio station no mo e kasa editia ebusu ono no so onu fimu no anche ana so ofi ho no enene osanko baby anene oso no baba be de no ho why are your principles
and o kasa okatasia yo de okatasia
why na make good from him e Adwoa Safo asem na make e mfato na make why lies your principle you say na have aka no you see when you do this something that you have come to defend intende aiding and abetting what is it?
So it means the lady is not matured.
Me, I'll not even use the word matured for her. She's a lawyer.
And now a criminal.
I'll not even use the word criminal. At least. So we say, whatever she's doing today, tomorrow, whatever office she wants to work, because she's a young lady.
Okay.
She should think about her future. She either keep quiet and stop going to the radio stations. For what she's giving us in the year, it is good for us.
Okay.
Because we use them as reference point. Near McDonald's, we say
92.3.
Moncroft no, and now Croft name maybe to Mukono. Omokasa to set on me or so above no. Omunsem and the go about no. But me dear say me aba. E current san kebe ya. So how are you with it? So who ba read. So who asa kutu. Okasa Croft no. menka san ko ichi on hwe no hu so yi
right madam say abushia Island Council constituency secretary ma Ashiama and incoming MC abushia baby I will be a catch will be as Alaska de do not tena so but joining live on Facebook I want to FM official afenso no mamika so Professor Lidu Sabo say wie ni samra wanwaso na bi aba enti say ba no say ope akoya la so pa na dweso eyen ho kuku a won kransa no wo 0243 409 0243409862 and 0540670646 uko social media kojodogbe every show no Queen Adepa say Alaska de don ohwe Adwoa Safo semsem na okakana akamia kwa eti say ase ne ho na achire no okan sem ade na wan kan ntem na ene na oka no Queen Adepa meda say also dia ode aba tiwe emfama me.
On the day of the e-levy vote, you were in Parliament, right? Eventually, after the principled position, we saw one day Senate voting in Bekoso. Adwoa Safo ended Parliament. Now she nose mask, and there was this argument. Hey, Adwoa Safo, Adwoa Safo. Were you the one?
Nehemia.
Are you sure?
Summer Nehemia.
You had come down from US. Now about from US.
Yeah.
And no na that time na private jet never farm mobile.
No problem. Me koba bebre. With me at that point, yes. Situation na me woman tina me koba. And me bisa permission bi ani e me ko. Na ma point ko to me ba panyin ni de ne san ko to me. And e ma me chey. But sa dan na me but na me mu ayedu. Na ma oba bia me wuvia me huhuru. Aha. Na me but me those within omo so sa orchestrate yes and we and me na fine course
right I was 92.3 Ivan Kennedy Japan ni ameswale super omo case ni isense ba na say anything about Kennedy Japan dey nim say and there as makopa pass mama me ho Kennedy Japan wa down for
Alaska, Ghana politics in sometimes the beba and the beba. But with this Kennedy Anas issue, maybe I started free, and so we see someone started Kennedy Japan kind of evidence, no evidence, and not some of us were hoping by now. The so-called evidence was Anas. A criminal or Queenie Pan way away, no,
right?
Because our evidence in about one thing. And but up to now, young Humbi. Alaska issue no again political prominence when a court our Ghana has say with a famous defamation case, so.
That's right.
And some no course no we announce court no bo announce for. And some that would say judge na or case in any no. Really not by some emotional comment about church shame. I think that the Supreme Court judge and Casa condemned that particular way. Said some of kind and some you're finally saying. Nisa judge a Casa seminar courtroom.
As if so,
exactly. I don't know what to be about baby now nom or way never when this was Sansim who know Hona Yakano. Yantana court to them and use the court as an avenue to settle personal and emotional score you have with somebody. Because the wedding and a kind of or crafty, in the judgment, you cannot just say he'll be a terrorist based on what you understand. But he said all this thing in the ruling, so clearly, give you a certain notion. He said he has some personal vendor to be scores to be against Anas, because don't forget that the same Anas, in the past, Exposes Exposes a judge from penning for more chroma, ebinumu Jim Ponching, ebinumu na ma eda. So within the judicial fraternity in Ghana, Alaska, there is this fracture. Nas a corso to the reputation of the entire judicial way, So there are this you're trying to say, Nema Esha Mamfomu, and that is one of those things a demonstrated here in the ruling. Because however anas be fair in that judicial proceedings. They say, odi for krana. You don't use that unprintable words as a judge in your ruling to describe a journalist. As a journalist, no answer na Akufo-Addo aban ebeba power. Aban na Kennedy Japan ka ho a campaign no mo yema Ghana for no. They use the same announced principle to approach Ghanaians.
Very well.
In their bid to fight corruption. Say yaba, we will employ the announced principle. Announced principle no be any say the city here, Alaska. Announced principle oma wo dem me bisa say na eban say na we ade no. Na hwan na man bi. The operation obi anim how of so operate. And Akufo-Addo knew, the MPP government knew. But eba ya ODBD omo no. Then
and the principle no chain no.
The principle no chief president chain as for and I yakobo Kennedy Japan pa ono na kan.
That's right.
Say he was hired by government. Say ono na no den onko kansem and otuguma. So Alaska yeah issue no could be a US. And then so babontia announcing so dipem. So within the media space, you know, there is this
announce a D4 on that issue in Ghana.
Now what could dipem
a US.
Yes.
So what is it to you per this judiciary way no US and Ghana?
Alaska, we in problems with our judiciary in Ghana. Never ho. But with this particular way, let me explain few things about Ghana for better.
Okay.
Alaska, the same case of the same equivalence. Ebetimi esi. Ye bedi wo Ghana ha, ubedi for. Ye ko did the same case ewo US ubedi bem. It's possible.
Really?
Oh yes, it's possible because we are talking about two different jurisdictions. Two different jurisdictions. E ho asem na ye ka. Obia amra so far as your friend say defamation is concerned, no, totally different. There are similarities because my culture says so. Most of the international agreements na is signing, no. Sa abrofo baha de omunyuma bahaya. They don't want to say asem no ba e be court because even though you know practicing democracy, but within oman no, na differences e wo mradom kakra bi. So if you are not careful, na say wo kase ye use oman no adjudicatory process na yen settle whenever there is this way misunderstanding and I'm saying when you're well versed with the local laws you know who ebia na nkoyi ama so abrofo the investment but most of them prefer international laws.
Okay.
And they are standard practice and anything na Ghana for you sign contract near abrogate obete you say arbitration
but if you say standard laws it might be applicable to all nations or
yes they are standard way established to either no you need changes bia unlike this defamation way because Ghana has say no say your friend say charge obi for your friend say defamation there are certain conditions that must be satisfied.
Okay.
And those conditions, you know, they are slightly the same but a bit different. And if you go US state by state, you know, obiane na because US the law on defamation, you know, is based on state laws and a bit of constitutional principles.
Okay.
So it is the US First Amendment, you know, and regulating this issue of contempt in as a forum. But by Ghana has said, not say contempt. There are certain the burden of proof, you know, lie on whoever are or allege and the prosecutor to prove that indeed this basic element, you know, akoso one Alaska nipa no yes ya ye we na asem na okan ye no hwan na te ye se me no kwhye dem na me gu anim ase a won't see me for contempt.
Okay.
Because answer na wetimi see obi for contempt and there must be a third person,
a third party
we publish it for the person to know say nsem na okan ye no what. And again nipa na ye ka asem na kire no he should be a reasonable person of society na dwi mu da ho asem na okan no because uko jina bodamfo school na me ko di whatever bodamfo mu a Alaska uko see me enko ba bia
nipa no cross so tia so ye bodamfo
because they are not right thinking people of society abetimi die omo jina ho aka asem. So you see and uko US Alaska defamation case, you know, you are nipa or your public person and you're private person, so obi a very popular like the US president and conditions are you need to satisfy and sana wetimi awene your friend is saying defamation, you know, is different from a private person.
Okay.
For instance US president na samba obi aka bi So unless say comments now be making no is motivated by malice or being reckless, say ooh koseno. And yes sir, sometimes you are protected in your defense. They are be fair comment, and as a personal opinion on public issues.
So when you can't win that case against.
No. You can't win. And your friend say asem na wo kan Ghana I say no. You need to know asem na wo kan enya no kre. Your force to say what team na wo kan. And your friend is saying asem na wo kan no so e gu nipa nanim as ni reputation. And I say answer na be reputation ube lower in the eyes of people no. Those people must be right thinking men of society. Okay. And I'm going to say, "Okwa abodam for school na me no ko jino na ye ko e wa abodam for mu. Na me gu wani masia even though nipa o ho ba te ba the question is they are not right thinking men of society." Is that no fan come bia? What I said now say. So I think that these minor differences, you know, I'm not saying that is what happened in last case, but Matisa among for cancer because we are winning hano. I'm saying that it's possible. It's possible. So the same case ubetime di no ha ebe kwa ma we the same case ubetama call another jurisdiction.
I'm only serious because but this is that somebody just sent a message from UK say I've a reference in it to say anybody winning wahano ne wakasa ba bodam fo but US no obi adwumu da ho. That is it.
Yedi ensem nyina ebisi ha yada wasese wonya bra kan hom yedi ensem nyina bana biye. Subscribe to channel no like na share jumadi no ma afoforo ensa enka bi.
Dedi kama mamena PENDREAM TV ase. Na so far so good. Say open online portal e wo Ghana. Nipa share, nipa follow, nipa comment here. To my best of knowledge without any biases. PENDREAM TV.